Here are the top 3 upgrades for your dirt bike.
Number 3 is going to be your handlebars. One of the most important parts of a dirt bike is the handlebars. Now, a lot of people overlook this just because they think that they've got it all figured out. They think that a handlebar is not that big a deal, and they don't think that it's anything to do with comfort or rideability. Handlebars are one of the most important parts of your dirt bike. Now, a lot of people often think a handlebar is just a handlebar, but there is different bends, there are different builds, different manufacturers. And the manufacturer I have on my bike specifically is Mika Metals. Now, as you can see, I run a crossbar here. I don't like the low mounted bars. I don't like to have my handlebars resting at this height. I prefer them to be up higher like this. And I actually find that the crossbar helps me reduce my arm pump, and it makes me have a better feel of the overall ground beneath the tires.
Number 2 is going to be your grips.
Staying in the cockpit area, we're going to go ahead and talk about the grips. The grips are one of the most important parts of the machine. A lot of people overlook this and think you just need these to color match the bike. However, that's not the case. These grips particularly are the half waffle ODI lock-on grips. Now, lock-on grips are supposed to be quick, easy install. Takes only a few seconds to install them, and it is very simple, very cheap, and it just comes right here with a little Allen key wrench mechanism to tighten and loosen to pull these off and on. As you can see, I should probably get some new grips myself. These are a little bit beat up, but I've been running these for about a year now, and they're still in honestly not the worst shape ever, and they feel great on my hands. I run the half waffle grip just for the comfort of myself. I like the feeling of this texture here. It allows me a good idea of where the throttle is positioned just based off of my fingers feeling this texture here.
Coming in at number 1, this is by far the most important upgrade for your dirt bike. I cannot express this enough to anybody and everybody. Definitely get this upgraded on your bike. It is your suspension.
Yamaha's stock suspension is KYB suspension, and it is actually a very good stock suspension. However, it still wasn't perfect, so you got to go out and get yourself some suspension work done, just like I did here with SRS suspension here in Ohio. A lot of times people think they just have to go out and order some brand new forks, a brand new shock, all that stuff to get the best suspension out there, but that's not true. Go ahead and go to a suspension shop where they can do all the internal work of your suspension, get it all dialed set just for you, like it is right here. It tells me exactly all the measurements and dialed in parts of the suspension that I have on my forks, as well as we go back here to my shock, and you can go ahead and see the spring that is in here is actually a different spring than what the original bike came with. I cannot express enough that getting your suspension done is the most important upgrade of your bike.
So there you have it. Those are the top 3 upgrades for your dirt bike. It is your handlebars, your grips, and your suspension. I promise you these 3 upgrades will change how you feel on the dirt bike, as well as change the overall well-being of the motorcycle.